Hello, book lovers, and thanks for listening. I post new chapters every week. If you like my work, please remember to like and subscribe to help me build my channel. The Stillwater Girls by Minka Kent. Narrated by Jennifer Schafer. Chapter 43. Wren. It's been 3 days since we said our goodbyes to Mama. Sage cried until her tears dried up, and then she cried some more. Soft whimpers in her sleep mostly, but this morning was a different story. Nicolette got the call around 8. There was a hit on Sage's DNA. A match, they said. They'd found Sage's family, and they'd been looking for her all this time. They also regretfully informed us that there were 0 hits on my DNA. How do I look, Gran? My sister asks, combing her bangs down her forehead. Lovely, I tell her. What do you think they're like? I bet they're nice, and I bet you look just like them. She smiles. With her dark hair and fine features, she always stuck out like a sore thumb alongside Mama, Evie, and me. Girls, Nicolette stands in the doorway of our room. They're going to be here any minute. Just wanted to check on you. Sage bites her lip, looking to me. I want to meet them, Ran, but I don't want to leave you. Blinking away tears, I force a smile. Everything's going to be okay, no matter what happens. I don't know if that's true, but I do know those are the only words she needs to hear right now. Heading downstairs, we take a seat on the sofa. I grab my latest book off the coffee table, and Sage holds the baby doll I made her the other week, staring ahead in complete silence. Ran, she asks. Yeah, what's going to happen to you after this? Glancing to the side so she doesn't see the well of tears rimming my eyes, I say, I don't know. Nick, they're here, Brent calls from the kitchen. Nicolette strides toward the entryway, and my sister reaches for my hand. Her palm is hot and damp. A moment later, the sound of footsteps and voices carries toward us, and when Brant and Nicolette step aside, a man and woman, both on the smaller side and slender, much like Sage, stand frozen by the front door. Mark? The woman cups her hands over the lower half of her face, eyes squinting over her hands like she's about to cry. It's her. It's Emma. His lower lip quivers, and he places his hand on her shoulders, giving them a squeeze. Please, come in. Brant reminds them since they haven't taken another step. Make yourselves at home. Sage's mother falls to her knees in front of us, her hands clinging to Sage's hips, then lifting to her shoulders, then her hair, as if she needs to feel that she's real and not a mirage. Her dad is more reserved, standing back and trying his hardest to be strong, even though his eyes tell a different story. You were just a baby, her mother says, eyes searching her daughter's. We were at the park here in town, in Stillwater Hills. I'd set you down on a yellow blanket and given you your 3 o'clock bottle, and then I went to push your brothers on the swings. I was only gone a minute. When I came back, you were gone. Fat tears slide down her pale cheeks, and she dabs at them with the back of her hand. Just like that. Nothing left but that yellow blanket. Sage offers an apologetic smile, even though none of this is her fault. I wonder if she feels a connection to her mother, if she can feel the pain of being missed. We looked for you for years, the mom continues. And finally it got to be too much. Your father took a job in Vermont. We needed to get away from Stillwater Hills, start fresh. Even the police told us to stop looking after several years, that we were wasting our time. She reaches for Sage's face again, her fingertips grazing Sage's skin like she's a delicate china doll. You have two brothers back home, she says with a gentle smile. They can't wait to meet you. And you have grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins. Despite the weight sinking into my chest and the burn in my eyes, I'm happy for her. I am. We'll be staying in town with your grandparents for the next few weeks, the mother tells her. Dr. Pettigrew thought it best if we transitioned you back into the family gradually, maybe with some counseling and some family therapy. She looks to me. I know how close you are to your sister, and we don't want you to think we're taking you away from her and never looking back. She turns back to Sage. I promise you, Emma. Sage, your sister will always be your sister. We'll do everything we can to make sure you can see her any time you want. Thank you. Sage's voice is a breathy squeak. Would you like to meet the rest of your family? Her father asks, his hands squeezing his wife's shoulders as if the anticipation of her answer is more than he can bear. Sage's eyes fill with tears once more, but these tears are happy ones, I think, and she says nothing, but I know what she's thinking. Go, I say, fighting watering eyes with a smile. Be with them. You were right, Ram. You were right this whole time, she says, throwing her arms around me. Everything's going to be okay. End of chapter 43.